The strategy that I'm gonna share with you right now actually made me $24,000 in one day, and I was able to pass a funded account in one single day. Obviously, the more you know in regards to the strategy, the more you're gonna dominate it. So this is a second part of a video that I already did using this specific strategy. I'm gonna go into a little bit more of details in regards to it right now so that you are fully aware as to how you're supposed to use it the best possible way. So let's go ahead and learn that. Hey everyone, Christian here on YouTube. Welcome to a brand new video for the channel. Today, I'm gonna share with you the easiest Forex strategy that you're ever gonna need. No indicators, no high frequency numbers or anything. No, pure price action. And in this specific video, I'm going to share it with you. And this specific strategy made me over $24,000 in just one day. But hey, if you're new to my channel and you're into Forex trading, crypto trading, or any type of making money online, this channel is for you. Hit that subscribe button below and let's begin. All right, so what is this strategy for those of you who are not familiar with the previous video? Look, Forex trading, stock trading, but mostly Forex trading works as a very repetitive way. The way it works is that the markets are going to do this. They're going to move up and then they're going to move down and then up and down. And eventually they're going to be sideways, like not moving anywhere. It's just like horizontally moving all the time. The fact that we understand that makes Forex trading completely easier. Why? Because now we understand that we just have to trade at a certain direction. It could be up or could be down. Sideways, we don't trade. The way the strategy works is that we're looking for changes on certain patterns. We're looking for what is called breakouts. Breakout basically is when a price of an asset is actually going up and up and up, and then boom, it starts going down. And the opposite is for the breakout going up. Now, this is what this strategy is. It's based on breakouts. Now, let's go ahead and get the explanation of this specific strategy. Look, this is where I am right now, and this is one of the trades that I've been able to place last week that I'm going to teach you right now. One thing that you need to understand is how to dominate trend lines. Trend lines are these ones right here that you see. A trend line can be easily discovered by many touches on this specific line and continuing moving forward. As you can see in this part right here, you see a touch of a trend line. It continues to go down, up, down, and then boom, it touches again right here, and it touches again right here, it touches again right here, and so on. This one right here is a breakout on the trend line. If I wanted to place a trade right here, it would have been a perfect trade because it's actually breaking the trend line. I always go, by the way, 5 to 1. This could have been a perfect trade. Now, I didn't place it because I wasn't awake. It was 3 a.m. in the morning, but it's a good example. Now, the one that I personally trade based on this specific strategy, it was this one right here. As you can see now, this upper trend line that was right here being respected many times, it became a new trend line, but going up, meaning it actually touched right here and return, touched right here and return. There are many ways to trade with trend lines. Some of them, or a lot of people, would actually trade using the trend line as a retraction point. So you can enter a buy position here and continue the trend. Awesome. I rather trade with the breakouts of those trend lines. Why? Because you usually see stronger movements into the breakout than continuing with the trend. And for you don't know exactly how long the trend is actually going to continue. But let's take a look at this one right here. As you can see, it touched one more time. So what I'm waiting for is an actual trend line right here on this one right here. But there's one thing that I've noticed in this specific setup right here, and is this little support or resistance level. If I actually go into 1 hour candlesticks, I will realize that there was a support level right here as well that was respected right here. So if I continue with the order block, I'm gonna see this this resistance level right here got broken once, but then it got respected. It got respected here, and it got respected here. I didn't enter here because I'm not trading support and resistance, but that tells me that the price is actually looking for a change in trending. It's looking for a downtrend, especially this head and shoulder that a lot of people would actually say. I enter at this specific point right here. And as you can see, I could have entered lower. Yeah, I could have entered lower, but this one right here was a market order trade. I'm literally gonna share it with you right here. This is GBP USD. It's $3,000 something. Once it actually enters, this is what happens. It breaks the trend, and now it continues to go into that direction. Boom. Until it hit. This is the biggest trade of the examples that I'm going to give you right now. It's a 9-to-1 on risk reward ratio. I don't want to go and brag and say, whoa, this is the way it's always going to work, because I'm not saying that it's always going to be like this, but this is the trade that I was able to place. Now, what happens with the other trade? This is Euro USD. On Euro USD, we had some very, very similar on 50-minute candlesticks. Take a look at the trend. It's actually going right here, going, and there is another resistance level in here. So you see this resistance level, it's literally right there. What that tells me is that there's gonna be a retraction, or there might be a retraction. I'm not guaranteeing anything, but it's basically what we're looking at, right? And what happens is that it actually retracted, literally right there, it retracted. So since it retracted, I was looking forward for the breakout. I wasn't looking forward to the continues of the trend, because yes, you can go ahead and place that there's going to be a buy, but what guarantees you that this support is going to be broken? One thing I can tell you is that trend lines are way easier to be broken than support and resistance levels, right? And so here it is. It actually dropped all the way down, and boom, it activated my trade. This was a pending order, by the way. So it activated my trade, and as you can see, it changed the trend automatically. And this was an actual 5.66 to 1 on risk reward ratio. What happens here, by any chance you're wondering? Well, there is a new trend being formed literally right there. There's a new trend. You see that? This is the way the market actually behaves all the time. It continues the trend, and boom, now it actually changed the trend. And most of the times, I'm not saying always, but most of the times that actually is going to mean a change in trending. And in this case, it actually did. It breaks the trend line right now, and I don't know how far this is going to go. I always use trailing stuff for this and so on, but this is the way the market actually works, and this is the way I actually got this trade. Now, I explained 2 trades already, but there's one more that I want to explain, and it's this one right here. This is for XAGUSD. I usually never trade these pairs, but I looked at a good trend and I really liked it. I think I actually saw, I saw it on an Instagram post. Someone's like put the trend line and so on, and I was like, hey, there's an opportunity there. As you can see, again, we have a trend line and we have a resistance level. This is actually called somewhere here. I got a like flag or something like that. It's what it's called according to some people. This is the way it actually is doing. Thankfully, I wasn't up right here. It's 5 a.m. in the morning, and I don't trade at 5 a.m. in the morning. But this one right here was around 9 o'clock in the morning. So it actually retracted from the resistance level. Yes, it did. Awesome. So now it's actually a good time to wait for the breakout. But here's the reason why I decided to enter in this specific case. One thing that you need to understand is that all markets are manipulated, and right here, this is what someone, an institution most likely, did on this one right here. Let me just go ahead and repeat that so that you understand exactly what I mean. I'm gonna put it right here. So this is a cool resistance level. Some people might actually do this. Support resistance trading. So they will go like this, slightly above the order block, and enter the trade right here. Perfect, right? 12 to 1 on risk reward ratio. Well, the market usually does this all the time. It would actually jump slightly above the stop loss level to stop out a lot of people, a lot of retail traders, and then it starts to go down. Why does it do it? Simply because that's the way the market works. They look for liquidation and so on. And it's just something that we need to accept. So we, as retail traders, we need to understand these little things so that we're not part of the 95% of people who loses money, right? But going back to this was an actual really important movement because it took like around 30 minutes for me to actually reach my take profit. I wish I would have put the take profit lower, but I was going for the 5-to-1, and as you can see, boom, it activated, and then immediately, boom, hit the take profit super fast. Why is that? Again, it's because of the trend lines. And one of the best assets to actually use this specific strategy is actually gold. Gold tends to have these trends all the time. As you can see, this one right here, for instance, let me see right now if there's one trend going on. Well, there's one trend right here. There's a resistance level literally right here. Any of these could be broken. There's another trend line going on right now. If this one gets broken, then we might have a drop, and so on. So as you can see, once you actually like get on the practice and so on, you're able to actually master it. One thing that I've actually did on the previous videos is to actually share with you the same strategy, but with US 30 and NASDAQ. Now, they both work really, really good. But the problem is that with NASDAQ and US 30, most of the times, well, at least 90% of the times, you can get these trades only at a certain time in the morning. And with the new method, not the new method, but the method that I just shared right now with you, you might be able to have a lot more trading opportunities than you had before. We have a cool trend line going on right now. We have a cool resistance point in this level right here in 15-minute candlesticks. I'm doing this 100% live, by the way. And yeah, there you go. There's another support level in this area that could be really good because it actually retracted both support and the trend line. What could happen in here is that it might jump, touch right here. If it breaks this is going to be a risky trade because this is a new support level and so on. But just try to practice as much as possible and you'll be good to go. Now let's go ahead and analyze my actual winning trades. I'm going to move my camera a little bit so that you guys can see my results. So as you can see, this was in January the 7th, 7 days ago. So I placed one trade GBP USD with smaller lot size. It was just one lot, and then another one for 2 lots. Why is it that I entered 2 trades? Because I was more confident on the second one. Then we have 4 lots on Euro USD. This is the biggest trade of these two for $4,364. Then we have a lot of trades on this one right here. Hard to explain, but you understand the strategy. Once you understand it, then you can use market orders and so on. Then we have a couple of Bitcoin trades that doesn't matter, and then we have a couple of stupid trades on GBP, on CAD JPY. Take a look at the profits right now. $24,000, $24,000 in profits, and I did this with my second phase account with Prime. Which brings me to the next topic, which is what is the best Propfirm account on the world right now in 2025? It's actually this one right here called Prime. Prime is a Propfirm that's been available. I've been using it for like a couple of months, 3 months or so, something like that. And it's working actually really, really good. This is the first phase that I was able to pass with a $300,000 account. And this is the second one, the one that I'm currently using right now. You can see 221.40.92, 221.40.92. It's literally right here. Now, what was my actual target? It's completed. I did it in one freaking day. Right now, I haven't actually gotten my real account because I did it in one single day. Unfortunately, I need to trade one more day. I closed a couple of trades today, but honestly, they're not really that important. And I'm gonna just trade tomorrow. I'm just gonna place a bunch of or one trade with a 0.01 lot, and I'm gonna get my actual real funded account for $300,000. How much was this? Well, I actually got this one right here, this 2-step prime, $300,000. It's $1,348, but you don't have to spend that much money. If by any chance you still want to actually use this company and you want to get a funded account just the way I did it, you can start with even $50, because if you actually go into the 2-step pro, it's $48. The reason why I got the prime is because sometimes I trade during the news and I keep my trades over the weekend sometimes. So I decided to actually get that. But if you don't do that, you can just go ahead and get one for $48, $5,000 account. So if by any chance you actually want to get an account with them, I'm going to have the link to Prime below in the description of this video. Now, one question that I do get in regards to this specific strategy is like, what's the best time frame to use with this strategy? And to be honest with you, the best one that I currently like, if I have to choose, because I jump from 5 minutes to 15 minutes and so on, but if I had to choose, I'd say 15 minutes. It's the standard one. The movements are a lot more respected, and more importantly, you get less emotional because you're not going to be like trading with 5-minute candlesticks, which a lot of people would get emotional, and in 1-hour candlesticks you might not find as many opportunities and so on. So I'd say 50 minutes is good. It's the time frame that I use most of the times. So it's actually super important that you understand that if you're a complete beginner. If you dominate the trading world a little bit more, then you can jump from time frame to time frame to understand different support and resistance levels that might be formed in 5 minutes and avoid certain entries that if you're a beginner and just looking at one time frame, you might not notice. I believe that's the deal. And the best assets in order to trade with this specific strategy, I'd say it's the major ones: Euro USD, GBP USD, and gold. You can use all the other pairs. Yeah, absolutely. If I actually go one by one right now, I assure you that I would actually find a lot of different trend lines and opportunities that I could actually take advantage of. I'm not going to, but that's what I'm saying. It actually works with every single pair that you can use. The only thing that I would avoid to do, it would be stocks, specifically because they don't have that much volatility, and I think you'll be good to go. Hey, so hopefully you enjoyed the content of this video. If you did, smash the like button to support this YouTube channel. More importantly, if you have any questions, comments to share, you can always put them in the comment section below. I'll take a look at those comments as soon as I can, and enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good weekend. Peace.